What is forensics? Forensics, at its core, is the analysis and collection of evidence from crime scenes that can be used in the court of law. We see how forensic sciences has been utilized through one of the most famous murder cases of all time. The notorious serial killer, Ted Bundy, was caught and convicted due to forensic evidence and analysis. Bite marks left on a victim's body were able to be taken, examined, and matched to Bundy's bite impression. Forensic developments such as these have played a vital role in the capture and conviction of dangerous criminals for centuries now. In the 1800s, the development of forensic science began to emerge rapidly, birthing the start of modern-day forensic analysis. During this century, the forensic analysis of blood was first developed. A bullet comparison was used for the first time to convict a murderer, and toxicology was used in a jury trial. All of these profound innovations altered the ability to which we could swiftly and accurately identify crime. In addition to this, general technological advancements at the time were also being applied to the forensic field, including the introduction of photography being used for criminal identification and the development of the very first microscope. The beginning of the 1900s saw further evolution of the previous century's advancements, particularly in blood work. Karl Landsteiner won the Nobel Prize in 1930 for his work in developing blood groups. Landsteiner was the first scientist to classify blood into the groups we know today as A, B, AB, and O. This paved the road for the future of forensic technology. In addition to this, the 1900s provided a mass amount of new technological advancements that aided forensic analysis, including breathalyzers, X-ray technology, ABO blood typing, and the gas chromatograph. But there was another barrier forensic scientists wanted to advance past, as they had with blood, fingerprints, and toxicology. To see past a lie was the logical next step in forensic development, with the goal being to make lie detecting as easy as lying in the first place. Being able to accurately detect a lie would present the opportunity to catch and convict an even greater number of criminals, improving the criminal justice system's accuracy tremendously. Lies are the root of every problem in the criminal justice system. People lie all the time, and we need a solution to that. A polygraph, commonly referred to as the lie detector test, is a machine that measures a person's physiological response to a series of questions. According to Cornell Law School, the polygraph measures 4 factors: heart rate, blood pressure, respiration, and skin conductivity. Now, the lie detector test is a lot different than a test you would take in school. Instead of a grading scale of A, B, C, D, F, the polygraph uses something called 7-position scoring, which looks like this. Confusing, right? Let's break it down. Basically, statistics are measured on a scale of deceptive and truthful. -3, strongly deceptive. -2, deceptive. -1, somewhat deceptive. 0, neutral. +1, somewhat truthful. +2, truthful. And +3, strongly truthful. As the test measures these factors, it records them on a piece of paper. Each line is a measurement of a different statistic, and examiners study these lines and determine if you are telling the truth or not. While this test is supposed to measure lies, it cannot measure honesty. The polygraph has had its fair share of misuses and false convictions over the years, and this is why it isn't a tool used in criminal trials. Not only can the polygraph be inaccurate, but the polygraph examiner could also be manipulating the question to make it look like a suspect lied. The Chicago Tribune reported that in cases in which Chicago murder suspects went on to be cleared, some after spending years locked up, police polygraph examiners were accused of making up a confession using trickery to get an admission and telling the suspect he failed a polygraph that an outside expert would later deem too poorly administered to determine its result. The polygraph, however, was not invented to detect lies. The polygraph was intended to measure a person's heartbeat. This was known as an EKG. After this was invented, scientists quickly realized that it could be used to detect lies. Polygraph results can forever alter an individual's life when they are used in the court of law. While polygraphs cannot be single-handedly used to prove an individual's guilt, they often persuade jurors to convict. Polygraphs, however, are not proven to detect lies. Is it ethical to convict someone based off of psychological changes in response to prompts? In many cases, polygraphs are the cause of wrongful convictions of innocent people. In the cases of 215 exonerees, polygraph examinations pointed towards the correct result more than 80% of the time. This is accurate enough to warrant careful consideration of their use as evidence in criminal trials. Even without this acceptance as a trial evidence, this accuracy level is sufficient for investigators and lawyers to use the results of polygraph examinations to more aggressively search for the truth. One way to further that search for the truth is to give more polygraph examinations. False results in polygraph testing can be used against the individual, whether that be to gain support for conviction or force an admission. In 2004, 3-year-old Riley Fox was found in the creek of a public park a couple miles away from her hometown. Her father, Kevin Fox, was a prime suspect, and after a 5-month investigation, Kevin admitted to murdering his own daughter. Before his confession, Fox was asked to take a polygraph test. After a 14-hour interrogation, investigators told him he failed the test. Then Fox, who was exhausted, admitted to killing his daughter. Fox's lawyer put out a statement saying, "In these false confession cases, polygraphs are used as a weapon. Immense psychological pressure is placed onto the defendant, and false memories can be formed." 3 months later, DNA evidence proved that Fox was innocent. He was released from police custody after 8 long months in jail. Kevin Fox's friends and family were in shock throughout the entire investigation. His family said the entire thing felt staged, orchestrated by the state attorney Jeffrey Tomchak. Kevin Fox and his wife Melissa will forever be affected by this event and how it was handled. The once innocent and happy family will forever hold the trauma of not only losing a child, but being wrongly convicted of committing her murder. Juan Rivera spent nearly 20 years behind bars for the 1992 rape and death of 11-year-old Holly Staker. Jane Raley, an attorney with the Northwestern University's Center of Wrongful Convictions, said Rivera did not offer a confession until after he was led to believe he had failed a polygraph. So polygraphs are not a perfect science. The question we are left with is, to what extent do we trust the results? Researchers around the world are continuously trying to find the most accurate ways to detect a lie. Every day, new technology is being developed and tested in the search for the most accurate way to detect a lie. One of these developments is a process known as thermal facial analysis. Thermal facial analysis is designed to detect slight changes within the human face, changes that could signify a person is being dishonest. The facial analysis looks for a multitude of reactions, such as changes in temperature, blinking eyes, wrinkling of the nose, dilating pupils, and swollen blood vessels around the eye. So far, scientists have determined that this method is around 70% accurate in detecting lies, but the goal is to reach 90% accuracy. While this technology was originally developed for border control personnel, it has swiftly been adapted to aid security and law enforcement agencies as well. In addition to detecting lies, this technology has also been shown to help detect medical diagnoses for certain diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. In addition to thermal recognition, brain scan technology is also being considered as a superior method to the traditional polygraph. Even more so than our visible physical reactions, brain activity is much more likely to give away the fact that we are lying. When someone is lying, it has been proven that certain parts of the brain light up with activity. Because of this, brain scans have been able to detect up to 90% of lies in studies, according to Penn Medicine research. Brain scans are able to show complex activity in many brain clusters with higher resolution than polygraph tests. With more and more technology being introduced in the forensics world, greater accuracy for lie detection is being brought to the table. The future of lie detection, while uncertain, appears to be making great strides towards accuracy and validity in the realm of fighting crime. Perhaps soon, the polygraph will merely be a thing of the past, and new technology will take center stage, saving lives and serving justice at greater rates than ever before.